Welcome to the Entertainment Rants Podcast, your number one opinion source for all things entertainment. Join host Marco Mazzola as he sounds off on the latest movies, TV, music, gaming, comic books, and more. Now, here's the man of the hour, Marco Mazzola.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the Entertainment Rants Podcast. I'm your host, Marco Mazzola, and today we have our bonus episode. We're going to be talking about the first two episodes of Hawkeye from Disney Plus and Marvel. So we have our guest with us, our co-host Mila. Say hello, Mila.
Hello.
Good, and back with us again is Larry. Hello, Larry.
Hey, how you doing?
We're doing well.
Yeah, it's a pretty good day.
Head into the holiday season. Excited about that. Heard you had an amazing Thanksgiving. We just got done talking about your big Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it was
we're a little jealous.
Yeah.
It's okay. There's plenty about the
jealous
holidays. Plenty about the holidays.
Sure, we got done with the gluttonous holiday. Now it's to the
the
gratuitous
opposite.
gift giving holiday and gift getting holiday.
Yes.
Right into the drinking holiday. It's a race to the finish.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, pretty much.
Gotta love the fall/winter season.
That's right.
All the holidays
In
that are
like a week.
That's right.
important. Yeah.
All back to back. Get them done. No nonsense. All right, so Hawkeye, the first two episodes dropped on Disney Plus this past week, and I don't know. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Who wants to go first? Opinions. We always start with our opinions. What our basic overall opinion of the show?
I thought the show was gonna be kind of like going into it. Like when I saw the first half of the first episode, I was like, is this gonna like say it's about Hawkeye and then show someone else, but then it's not really gonna be all that interesting. But like as it went on, I was like, wait a minute, I actually really like this. Like I actually think it's really good. Like it's got like cool action. It's got and I love the tone that it takes with Jeremy Renner as Clint Barton. Yeah. I was like, what's Hawkeye's name?
It's early on a Sunday. We get the cobwebs out here.
Yeah. Yeah. But I like that it shows Clint not as like this superhero like a lot of other shows have done, but like instead it shows him as like, kind of like erring on the side of retired. Like he is
the ground level
a long time
essentially, right?
Right.
Hours. He's just very
he's much more realistic.
Degree. Right.
Like
he's
that.
Not quite as Batman is considered like one of the realistic ones.
Yeah.
It's
but we know he's like not really all that
or,
realistic.
Green
He's
Lantern
Batman.
is a superhero, right? Because he has powers, but he does not. He doesn't have any superpowers. So
Right.
You can do that.
The guy with the bow and arrow who used to be a very super secret spy, but everyone knows who he is now.
And that's pretty much what it is. And you have to think about the time that's taken place, right? Endgame's done.
So it's a few years after Endgame, right?
So like he's got a hearing aid. He's old. He's like, I don't want to do this anymore. All he wants to do is spend the weekend.
Yeah, I'm too old for this shit.
All he wants to do is spend Christmas with his kids. Family, right?
That's it. That's all he wants to do. Overall, I thought it was a good show.
Yeah, I really like it so far.
It so far.
It's really good.
So good.
It's only 6 episodes that I looked up.
Yeah, so 4 more to go. So it should end right around Christmas. It's going to end basically the Wednesday before Christmas, I believe.
So they're giving you all that good information leading up to Kate Bishop taking over. So
it's almost like a 24, right? Like it's all happening in real time.
Yes.
We only get 6 episodes. It happens over the 6 days that is right before Christmas.
Yeah.
And, it's almost like and the other half of me thought like trains, planes, and automobials. Like he's trying to get home,
just trying to get home,
for the holiday, right? Like that's basically the whole thing. It's going to run all the little different ways he's going to get, not going to be able to get home. What'd you think?
I like it. One of the coolest things I thought, and I caught it right from the moment I hit play, the opening credits of episode 1. Did you catch the background imagery?
Yeah,
it's her doing fencing, getting medals for fencing, getting medals for doing martial arts, getting medals. So when the actual episode opens up, you already know, oh, she's pretty badass.
Yes.
Like there's no, well, how did she become so good? How can she fight?
I'm so glad that was there. Yeah.
Gives that to you, and then she opens up with, when. After she crushes the bell tower, which I thought was hilarious.
Yep.
When she goes back home saying, hey, I got kicked out, whatever. And she was like, oh, here's another medal.
Right.
So it's already like, it's an ongoing thing. Like she is just she's a badass.
Right.
Yeah.
So we know that. So there's no confusion of when she's fighting. You're like, well, how did she get so good? Well, she's been going at it since she was 5.
There's no unnecessary origin story for her. Like it's like look, you don't need much of a story. Here's her drive. Here's why she's doing everything.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And then here's everything she did. Like just.
Yeah, I mean, with 6 episodes, you can't really do too much of a long origin story with it. You get the ground running and see what's going on.
Right.
So it's very much a Reader's Digest version of an origin story where, she was her rich family, essentially. They live in New York, and they got, they were caught up in the attack on New York.
Yep.
The Starry, and her father basically got killed in the office as it exploded out, and then Hawkeye basically saves her from getting killed. She sees him as
that's what it is. Yeah, she sees Hawkeye fall in front, and she's like, "Oh
to take out the next target that's about to blast her."
Yeah,
because he sees her, and then she's like, then he jumps off the building and does that very famous shot from the first Avengers movie, which I thought was, I love the callbacks.
Yeah,
the callbacks to tie in the universe, why she's doing this because of events we've seen.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That also makes it easier for the audience to buy in, and we don't have to go through an origin story because I saw all that.
Right.
We were there for.
We were there at 2012,
and we've
when
seen it multiple
Avengers
times.
came
We
out.
saw it again in Endgame when they had to go back in time to get all the all the stones and things like that. So
cool, but
So our stars: Jeremy Renner, Haley Steinfeld plays Kate Bishop. So I've never read the comics. But I do know that this story with Kate very closely follows the comics to a certain degree.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
Not like so in Avengers in Infinity War and Endgame, we think it's gonna be his daughter that gets set up as the next Hawkeye because she's doing the bow and arrow and he's shooting. She's really good at it. But if you read the comics, it's not. It's her. It's Kate Bishop is the next Hawkeye. So it's loosely based off of that series. Some certain callbacks like the the tracksuit gang, the dog with the one eye. All that stuff is in the comics.
I felt when I saw
some of the comic stuff and read a little,
when I saw the dog with one eye, I was like, I never knew about the comics, but I was like, this seems like something that's a callback to the comics.
Definitely in the comics.
I'm like, I've never seen it, but I know this is a callback to comics.
A dog with one eye? What?
Yeah, that was certainly interesting. I liked that. I liked the graphics. So if you look at the graphics, all the graphics follow that series, that comic series when they rebooted the comic series. It's following the exact same thing. So it's going through that timeline. But I like the fact that it's a few, like I said, it's a few years after Endgame. It's also, from what I read through, it's a little bit like a year or two. I want to say a year after Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Oh.
Yeah, so it takes place after No Way Home, which is why so far there's been no callback to the multiverse. There's no multiverse stuff in it, which is a huge thing that they're going through right now. So it's supposed to be taking place, from what I understand, after that. So that apparently that's kind of stuff that's been solved.
Oh, I guess so.
I guess everything turns out
because remember that like the No Way Home stuff is pretty close to after Infinity War. Or after Endgame, after Endgame.
It's after Endgame,
It's very closely after Endgame. Tony's dead. He's still suffering. Still suffering from the loss of Tony.
Yeah.
And then all this. Then he gets exposed
Far
to
From Home.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, because Far From Home was like right after it.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
like the whole point is, all right, who's the next Iron Man? Who's going to be the next Iron Man? Because there's like that rush.
He goes and breaks the multiverse with Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
So this happens after that. Just to give sort of a timeline of when.
Okay,
this
that
is
makes
taking
sense.
Place.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So, Haley Steinfeld, give me your thoughts on her as Kate Bishop.
Ooh, Initially I thought, okay, is she gonna be in my opinion, I was like, is she gonna be like the token female perfect character like I've seen so many like Disney do so many times, that she has no flaws and she's perfect in every single way? Because I thought that direction was where it was going, because I've seen that so many times and I'm like, ugh. But then it's like she's rich and she makes mistakes and she's not perfect, but she's also really fun and she's really cool.
Yeah,
and she's a badass. Yeah, and I've come to like really like her. I think she's a really cool character.
Yeah, I totally dig her. Larry, what do you think?
I like her.
We all got the cough today.
I know. Sorry.
It's okay. Crazy.
I like her. I think that she portrays the character really good. Her as an actress, I remember her from Bumblebee.
Oh, was that her?
That's her. That's her. So I did the same thing. I'm looking at her.
I have her up here. I should actually look at.
I'm looking at her. I'm going, wait a minute. I know. I've seen something else with her in it.
Yeah.
And then
there she
and then I looked up. I was like, oh my god, that's the girl. She was also in True Grit. She was the little girl in True Grit. If you've ever seen the one with Matt Damon.
Haven't seen True Grit.
It's a remake from an old John Wayne movie, but she was in that as a little girl, so she's already played this kind of badass character, like for a young girl, right? So I think what she did for this character, I think it holds water.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
She's also in the Pitch Perfect series. Have you ever seen that?
No.
And
I have seen the first one, but I didn't. I kind of zoned out through it. I was doing something else. It was just on.
I'm married. I see them. So another little quick Marvel note: she's also the voice of Gwen Stacy in the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Is she really?
She'll be in the second
wow.
one, and she was in the first one. Yeah, she was Gwen Stacy.
Okay.
She got some
pretty cool.
skin in the
She's got a little
game.
Marvel chop. She's a little
Yeah,
Marvel background.
definitely.
That's pretty cool. Jeremy Renner. Give me your take on him. I find him kind of I got a mixed bag on Jeremy Renner. Hawkeye. I think on Hawkeye, I like him. I like him as Hawkeye. I like him as the character. I've seen him when he's just being himself on other shows. Kind of a dick. Kind of a putz, and that's coming from me.
Yeah, that is, and that's saying something.
That is saying something.
It took me a while to like Jeremy Renner, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
He's been around forever and a day.
Yeah.
I liked him in The Town, and that's what made me go, oh, I kind of like this guy.
Yeah.
But again, it's The Town, and we're supposed to like that movie because it's based, so.
That's right.
So we're supposed to like that movie, right? And be wicked critical of accents and things like that. But I liked him in that. And then when he jumped into the Mission Impossible series,
Yeah.
cause actually I think that came out before The Town. But when he jumped in that one, I was like, I don't know. And then I watched it, I was like, all right, he's not that bad. I was always kind of like on the fence with him. That's why when the Avengers series, when this first got launched, and it was like, Jeremy Renner as Hawkeye, I could care less anyway. To me, Hawkeye was always a second tier. It's a second tier superhero.
Right, yeah.
Exactly.
You're like, oh yeah, and then there's Hawkeye. I keep forgetting him.
Oh, yeah. But I think he's actually.
I think he feels, by the way.
Yeah, it looks like he feels that.
Oh yeah.
He's like,
and I think that over the years he's really molded that second tier character into something more.
Yes.
So I think people are into Hawkeye a little bit more.
Yes.
The whole back and forth between him and Black Widow throughout the whole series.
I think he's a very good Hawkeye.
Yeah. I think he
I know
portrays
some
him
people
well.
I know a friend of mine, she loves how she's read the stories. She had a tattoo.
Why?
I know she went to a Comic-Con, and we went to a Comic-Con together. She had like an artist who was really, Koi Pham was a really good artist. She had him draw her Hawkeye, praying right on the spot. Like really cool. Loves the Hawkeye. Huge into Hawkeye. I don't know. But I mean, it's that why do people like Green Arrow? Like people love Green Arrow.
Yeah.
I loved Kevin Smith's series on Green Arrow when he wrote those. I read every single one of them. He's a non-powered, superhero.
Well, Hawkeye is Marvel's Green Arrow.
Right.
Yeah, right.
I think Green Arrow came out first.
Like a little different because they've got to have different backstories.
DC came up with a lot of stuff first because they were kind of head out the gate first before Marvel really got into superheroes. So they're just kind of like, all right, that we need a Arrow, we need a Submariner. Right,
which I think
Aquaman.
I think Submariner's 10 times better than Aquaman.
Of course. Well, Submariner is very different because he had so many different origins, if you will. Like so many, he was a villain, but he was an anti-hero, and he kind of goes on through that.
Yeah. Submariner,
so he's definitely.
I liked it.
Not the dude in the orange.
No, Marvel is more that grittier, in your face. Everybody has an issue, everybody has a problem.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And nobody's quite right. Whereas DC played off always as more like we're godlike.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where even like in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Thor, who's a god, has issues.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's got mommy issues, he's got daddy issues, he's got he's got a brother, a pain in the ass brother. You know what I mean? Like it's still very well grounded. Like you know what I'm saying? So
I like that. I do like that about Marvel. The fact that it like humanizes all its heroes.
It does. It very much does. It doesn't give them that. Obviously they're gods, but it doesn't give them that all the time in your face.
Yeah. Like we're still gods. Even Batman is a god.
Well, we were talking about like on The Boys. Remember when we were saying like they go home and cook a burrito,
right?
You know what I mean?
Like,
Marvel kind of has that feel to it.
Yep.
Where you can kind of see them in their everyday life as well.
Yep.
Which
they're womanizers. They're alcoholics.
Right. So to see Hawkeye, with his kids, right? Trying to deal with it,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And apologizing to the daughter and trying to get the
Yeah.
son who's not quite paying attention, like, get in the freaking car, let's go.
Yeah, I love
You know what
love
mean?
that
Getting
scene.
them
It just
home.
it seemed so like real. Like in
Right.
that moment, it just seemed so real to
Right,
me.
it wasn't just punch them up, shoot an arrow in their face. Like, it was a lot of realistic parts to it.
It was
which
like,
is nice when
where's
you
your
do
brother?
that.
Where's your brother? Oh,
Yeah,
God.
in a
and
nice
the kid's
6-episode
just
arc.
like tracing on the like
Yeah.
bricks or
Writing
something.
on the walls, whatever.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Excuse me. I do love their ability to get cast back, like Linda Cardellini is back in as his wife.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they don't just recast
yeah.
for time or whatever, like they specifically get these people back in.
Yeah, that was
Because
cool.
she's obviously like a Z level. Okay, it's his
Right,
wife. It
right.
could be anybody.
Right, but you also have to think, right? If you were in one of them, and if somebody from Marvel calls you up and says, "Hey, listen, I don't know what you're doing for the next 3 days, but you want to do something," you're like, "Yeah, I don't even care what it is."
Right.
It's
Yeah,
like,
you move
you're,
heaven and
you're gonna
earth.
be in a Marvel
Yeah.
something.
You
It
move
doesn't
heaven and
matter,
earth
right?
together.
You
And-
say yes.
You say
You
yes.
just say yes.
just
So I
say
mean,
yes.
yeah, I mean, she's Clint Barton's wife. She's been like total time 15 minutes across the board, and it's like
Right.
she literally got her 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say yes in a heartbeat.
Oh,
Yes.
absolutely.
Oh yeah.
You're
Absolutely.
gonna play the guy
Any
walking the dog
chance.
again.
I
Sure,
like
no
her, too.
problem.
I think she's a good actress.
Oh my god,
I've
I
seen her in
loved
a lot
I
of
loved
other
walking the dog. Is it the same dog? No? Okay, I don't care.
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, she's good. She played Velma in the Scooby-Doo movies.
Oh, did she really?
that's-
It's Velma.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, I
Little
see it. now,
Backstory on
yeah.
Linda Cardellini. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So, all right. So the storyline. What are you thinking of the storyline so far for Hawkeye? Obviously, we've only gotten 2 episodes worth. We know the Ronin stuff is back in. He's got the suit. Probably have to go get the sword eventually to kind of
That's-
cover up.
Oh, yeah, the sword,
what
yeah.
Clearly,
his-
that's going to play into it, right?
Yeah.
Because the evil stepfather thing, Majig, boyfriend guy,
The guy.
the guy.
guy who I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I'm looking it up now. He is
Evil fencing
Tony
guy.
Dalton is his name. Good actor. I like him a lot. He's actually, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, he's in Better Call Saul. He's Lalo
I think I've seen him
Salamanca.
before.
I think I watched like the first couple of episodes of Better Call
Oh,
Saul, and then,
you
and then
gotta
I
I'm
watch
just
still
Better
on
Call
Breaking
Saul.
Bad.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten to Better Call Saul yet.
you gotta
I'm
watch
I
Better
just
Call
got to season
Saul.
4 of Breaking Bad.
What a great season. So if you've seen, and just to kind of backstory, kind of tangent here, if you've seen all of Breaking Bad, which I know you haven't, you get a lot of that, Saul Goodman stuff. You're going to go do all the backstory on how he became Saul Goodman. The first couple of seasons can be a little, just like Breaking Bad, that first season was a little slower than the rest.
Yeah.
Same thing. But once you hit into like the Gus Fring stuff and you hit the ground running with that, and it kind of really feels like it's better, it's a Breaking Bad again.
Okay.
It's really good.
Yeah, maybe I just gotta get because
get back into it. If
I
you can't
basically
get back
saw it up
into it.
until
I will get back to Hawkeye in
Yeah,
a second, but
sorry.
it's okay. But my favorite scene on that, we're going to do a whole Breaking Bad episode and probably tangent into Better Call Saul when we do it, is when Mike is being hired to be like the bodyguard essentially, and there's 2 other bodyguards there, and he takes them both out takes the one arrogant one out with his own guns because he has no guns, and the guy's like, I got tons of guns. He takes them out with his own guns in the parking garage. It's the episode when you get a chance. It's the episode called Pimento.
okay, I'm gonna have to go back because it's
I'll have
literally
to
been
keep
years.
going until I get there.
That one scene. I'll show it
can't
to you
wait to
offline.
get
Once
there.
we're done, I'm going to show you that scene.
Okay.
You'll crack up at that scene. All right, so the storyline on Hawkeye. We got them, she's figuring out what's going on. Obviously, nothing is what it seems. The step, whatever, the almost stepdad, or not quite yet.
Right.
Clearly, got some,
oh my God,
some underworld stuff happening.
He makes my skin crawl
Yeah, and
sometimes.
he's meant
He's
to.
like, yeah,
He does
he is
exactly
meant
what he's
to,
meant to.
but he's really good at making that happen.
He's kind of smarmy but charming.
He's like,
but you know
I
there's
read
ulterior
books on how
shit.
to be a stepfather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's
she's
like,
like, okay.
Yeah, she plays it off well with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, that was
she
really
does
good.
well.
storyline. Okay, got to get the Ronin suit back because he.
What are we gonna
says
do
He
with
says
it?
it right out the. He
know?
says it right out though. He's like, I made a lot of enemies. Or that suit made a lot of enemies. And
Yeah.
you don't want anything to be a part of.
But he doesn't admit
Right.
that it's him.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, he
Does
doesn't admit it
anybody
yet.
does anybody know it's him? Well,
No.
other than
Other than
Black
his
Widow
wife.
who took it with
His
the grave.
wife,
His wife
and,
does.
and,
Oh, yeah.
and Natasha knew.
Yeah.
She
Right.
knew, but that was pretty much it.
Right. And so
I'd
he-
imagine they must have told the rest of the Avengers when they brought the suit and stuff back. Who knows? We don't know that for sure.
They,
Though.
I mean, how did it even?
Because
How did
wait,
it even
where did
get,
they find it again? It was like the compound. What compound?
Right,
was
the compound that got destroyed in Endgame.
Oh, okay.
Remember when
And
Thanos came down and
for all we
destroyed their
know,
compound,
Hawkeye coulda,
everything
like,
was
s- like,
So
hid
the
it in there
wreckage crew
somewhere
that
or
goes in and
something.
cleans up everything must have
Yeah.
found
Yeah.
a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
So they
yeah.
found the
Somehow
sword. They found the
somebody-
suit.
somehow
And it
some
says, "Hey,
people
let me
swiped it.
sell this."
Yeah,
Yeah.
little black market
So,
auctions.
so we
Yeah.
know that the idea that he's trying to do is try to get the sword, try to get the suit, put it back in so nobody else sees this, so nobody else knows what's going on.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's the premise of it.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be all 6 episodes. It's
Yep.
going to be that, and it's going to be obviously
Him
training Kate Bishop, and then finally realizing
Yeah.
that I mean, I can already see it. The writing's on the wall. We all know.
Yeah.
This is going to lead into the new Avengers, which is
Young
basically
Avengers.
the Young Avengers. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Right.
So we already know what's happening.
Yes.
So
And they've told
that's
us
not
that.
a
Like
secret.
they said that before.
Right.
Right.
So-
Ironheart's coming out.
Yep.
You know what I mean? There's
Yep,
a lot
yep,
of
yep,
a lot
yep.
of plays into the Young Avengers series.
All right. So I mean,
Which
wait.
they have to. They have to kind of offshoot Avengers and have other stuff going on.
Oh, yeah.
Than just doing the tentpole Avengers movie every few years. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Right. But yeah, so I mean, you know that's the storyline. It's going to, as long as they keep it moving,
Yep.
which they
Yeah.
have no choice because it's only 6 episodes, so there is going to be no fluff. We
Right,
talked
it's gotta
about
be- it's
fluff,
gotta be
the
every
fluff
episode
episodes.
Yeah.
Every episode's going to have
Yeah.
something. Pay attention to it because
Right.
there's little
Love a
sneaky
good
things.
episode that you have to pay attention
Yeah,
to.
yeah. Details,
Like,
some
yeah.
Easter eggs,
Yeah.
things like that.
Yeah, you're not doing laundry or cooking dinner. No, you're
Yeah.
sitting there watching it, going, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
And if they
you
are
miss
doing
something,
laundry,
you gotta hit
cooking dinner,
rewind.
it's for a reason.
Yeah.
We're about to see a scene that's important.
Yeah, that's right. I like that. All right, cool. What else? Give me other takes on the show that you liked or didn't like. Is there anything you didn't like? We haven't talked about that. Is there any part that you really didn't like about the show so far? I know I bring. The
I
hard
found it a
questions.
little random. Like, this is like nitpicking at this point. It's
okay.
nitpicking, but I found it kind of random that like the little girl was like at her father's grave, like when after he died, and she goes, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna need a bow and an arrow." Like, I was kind of like, why?
Well, I think
It's
she
kind
said
of
that because she was thinking.
Like,
if
I need to
she-
protect the
I need to
family, but I was like,
and then, but she saw what
avenge
Hawkeye did.
Yeah.
So that's where she got. I
Yeah.
think that's where she goes. I need to become him because he protected me, and now I need to protect my family.
Yeah.
So I think that's where that was.
Okay.
But I could definitely see where you're like you're like 5.
I'm
had a
like,
weird
you're
time.
5.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I mean, just to move the story, to cut another scene. And who knows? They may have put that in another scene, but they're like, for time wise, do it to set up another scene. Just like. But at the gravesite, it's kind of a weird place to do it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I was like
you're
right.
still-
it was
you're still
right after they were
mourning, you're still
burying her
grieving.
father, and she was like, "Oh yeah, you know what I need to do next?
Yeah.
I need to take a martial arts class. I
Yeah,
need
but
to
there's
get
no
a bow and arrow."
you got to spend some time mourning and grieving
Yeah.
first. You're still
I'm
at
like,
the
you didn't even have
gravesite.
time to think. What do you?
Yeah.
What?
I'm gonna jump into archery.
Yeah, right now I'm gonna become an
now.
ass kicker.
It's like the most important thing for me to do right now is join an archery class.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, that's definitely that's perfect. That tracks.
But I
That
mean,
tracks for me.
I'm not too bugged by it because we had to get the ball rolling somehow.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
well, I
moved
might as
in.
well just do that. So.
What did you think? So we obviously all trained martial arts here. What did you think of the fight scenes themselves?
They're exactly what I expected them to be, and
Yeah.
I'm glad. Like her martial arts looks choppy.
Yeah.
I think it's supposed to. As much as she's
Yeah.
supposed to be good, she's still young.
Good, but she's martial arts tournament good.
right,
Yeah.
Martial arts tournaments are not real fighting good.
right. So
It's a very
I
different day.
I think she's going to get
Winning
better.
medals.
I'm
She said
hoping
the
that
US
she gets
Open.
better.
She
Right.
said we know the
Yeah.
U.S. Open.
Yeah.
It's not. It's all kata and
Right, and
Yeah.
great opening
tap
forms.
tap
and,
top sparring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not to put it down, I've been there. I've seen it.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. The talent I've seen.
Although-
It's probably one of my favorite tournaments to go to,
Yeah,
actually.
it's
I love the
incredible.
US
It's
Open.
absolutely
Yeah.
incredible. But
Something
it's a
I
tournament.
noticed though was I like the way she thinks because she doesn't just like think like doing like hands and feet, but she looks around every once in a while to see what else around me can I use.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes.
I-
Okay,
like,
so
I
let's
noticed that
talk
a lot,
about
was
that.
she noticed
really
stuff around her
briefly.
to
We're gonna
use.
touch on this quickly. She uses apparently with her unbreakable wine bottles and
Yeah.
smashes the crap out of everybody, holding onto the
Yeah.
neck of the bottle and clocking people.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts? How strong do you think these wine bottles? Obviously, when
I
you
was
get shot,
thinking, well,
understand
I
it
guess
breaks.
wine bottles, those specific wine bottles must be stronger
Must
than
be
I
pretty
thought they
thick.
would
So
be.
old wine bottles, which I'm guessing they're in
Yeah,
a
they're all
wine cellar.
dusty
down
They're
the
all
cellar.
dusty. That glass was super thick. It wasn't like the bottles of. It wasn't like the glass that they use in the bottles now. They're
Which I
super
agree.
thick.
That was my thought on it
Yeah.
too.
I was
I
like,
saw
I
it
was like,
sometimes, I'm
oh,
like,
that must be like
Because I've
super
seen
thick
that all
glass
over
or
the place.
something.
I
Yeah.
So
saw
I
other
just
people
kind of
talking about it on the internet. I'm like, I think those bottles are old and
They're,
thick.
they're
Yeah.
old
So it's
bottles.
a little bit more realistic.
They're supposed to
yeah,
be
they're,
like
they're
that,
supposed to be
yeah.
thick because
Maybe not
it,
quite as many times as she hits somebody. It's gonna crack
maybe
eventually.
not, right.
But you gotta. It's a TV show. You're gonna take some liberty with it. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think it tracks.
Yeah.
And obviously, once it gets shot, it breaks instantly.
well, which
so,
is
you
thank
know.
God.
Right, yeah.
It did just
You know.
ping off
It goes
of it.
think, and I
You're
go,
like, all right, that's enough of that.
Yeah.
Stop, play.
Yeah, exactly.
Done.
That would definitely would have been a stop play. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, okay, so that tracks for me. I think that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
One of the So I don't know if you guys noticed it, but I had to stop, hit rewind, and hit play again. The apartment that her aunt lives in.
Yeah.
Did you notice the building?
No.
No.
Wait, hold on. It did.
When
I feel
you're
like
walking
it
down
might
the
have looked
hallway,
familiar, but I'm not sure.
I had to stop and go, wait, this looks familiar. She goes into the person's apartment. I had to hit rewind because I know that they do like little quirky things.
Yeah.
When she's looking at the names on the thing,
Yeah.
one of them was Jones, as in Jessica Jones. It's Jessica Jones's building.
No way.
That's
Is that
what
really
I-
Jessica Jones's building?
That's what I think because it's if you look at it, it's the long hallway, the door's on the sides.
Oh my
when
God,
she
you're
walks
right.
in, the kitchen's off to the right. And if you've watched the Jessica Jones series,
Did,
yeah.
I think that's Jessica Jones's building. And
We
when,
know they're going to
God.
start bringing them in.
exactly. So that's what I'm thinking is
We know
with-
they're going to
with
bring the
these
Netflix
little-
series guys in.
Are
at
they
some-
really?
Yeah,
Because
they're talking about
I
that.
thought they were going to do that a long time ago, but I saw a thing where they were
No,
like,
they're
they're
starting now
never
in this
going to
phase,
show up.
within this
They're
phase.
never going to be
had-
important. And I was like,
from
okay.
when Netflix dropped them, Marvel couldn't do it. It was a contractual
Yeah,
obligation
there's
that they
a
couldn't do
period of
anything
time.
with them for 3 years.
That's up.
They couldn't. It's up.
Really?
That's why we're going to see Daredevil.
No.
Supposedly,
Supposedly.
he's in Spider-Man.
No.
Well, Charlie Cox has said no. They sort of Andrew Garfield a million times.
Yeah.
We know that's BS.
So there's
No way!
So
Oh my
they're
gosh,
just start bringing
those
them
are
all
like
in.
my. Oh my god, for a while, those are my favorite shows. I'm so stoked.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Those shows are what got me into
The only
Marvel.
thing I'm weirded out about it is that Mahershala Ali is playing Blade, and he was in Luke Cage as the villain.
As
That's a little weird
Yeah.
for me, and I like him a lot. I think he's amazing. But to use the same actor within the same universe
right.
essentially, is a separate. Now,
Yeah.
I mean, the character he
Haven't they
played
done
was
that
kind of a
before
major
with someone?
character. He was
Right,
the
but
villain.
he
was
died, though.
Cottonhead.
Cottonhead, yep.
Cottonhead. And now
Cottonhead,
he's
Yeah, Cottonmouth.
Cottonmouth, that's
thank
it.
you.
Yeah.
And then now he's going to be Blade. I mean, like, that's a little
Well, Cottonmouth
like,
is dead, so.
Yeah, Cottonmouth.
yeah,
Yeah,
he turned into Blade
it's okay.
apparently. I don't know
Well,
about that.
yeah,
But
you know,
again, as a
why
Blade, I
ways
think
to
he'll
get
be
actors?
amazing. Right? I think he was great. Cottonmouth, I think as a Blade, he'll be amazing. So it's not my problem.
Yeah.
I just the fact
hope
that
so.
they're
I
using him
cannot-
again. Yeah, I think he'll be good. I mean,
hope so.
you remember
Yeah.
we have the Wesley Snipes. That's the problem because we had an amazing performance by Wesley Snipes, which
Yeah.
really kicked off the whole superhero.
Yep.
Once Batman, the Batman and Robin killed all of superhero movies
Jesus.
for a
Yeah.
long time. It really buried the whole idea of doing superhero movies. And then they came in with Wesley Snipes as Blade and
Yep.
rebooted the whole
Yeah.
thing. And that kicked it off and has been, obviously then it was the X-Men and then Spider-Man.
Right.
That's going to be hard to top. We all still have our, that Wesley Snipes Blade in our head.
Yeah.
We've
Yeah.
seen them all. We've
Yeah,
seen all
yeah,
three
yeah.
of them. So,
Two big like machetes.
right.
gone.
It's going to be tough. And it's funny, too, because you're still going to get that happen again, right? Now we have the multiverse. Who knows if that'll be in canon at some point.
Oh.
Right, because they
Yeah.
said
Yeah.
everything that Marvel has done is basically
Is
canon now.
canon
They are,
now,
they
yeah.
are
Because it's a
also playing
different
with that,
universe.
like, multiverse thing.
Yeah, it's
so,
another universe.
maybe
It's
they could
another
bring
one.
back, the
I mean,
old Daredevil.
well,
No, no.
They already said that
No,
all
God,
the Hulks,
please, no.
all of the Hulks are canon. And I'm like, oh my
All
God, they
the
were so
Hulks.
bad.
Yeah.
That'd be so
Yeah, the Ang Lee
funny.
one was
No.
really torturous.
They
I
were
would love
bad.
that.
I would love Lou Ferrigno to pop in one time.
I hope
as the
Lou
Hulk.
As
Ferrigno
Hulk?
comes
As
back.
Hulk.
And not as a security
He goes,
guy?
Yeah,
You're
as
gonna
a
make me
security guy.
mad, and then just yells, and then it's like,
That'd be
boom,
awesome.
just like green
Put it down,
paint or
slap
something.
on the green paint. Yeah, that'd be
like,
awesome.
"You're making me
I saw
mad."
the thing online where the Ed Norton Hulk would not have gone down like the Mark Ruffalo Hulk against Thanos. He was way more angry and pissed off.
Yeah.
He would not
Yeah.
have been taken down like that.
Oh yeah.
See, I liked Ed Norton's Hulk.
I don't like Ed Norton.
I liked Ed Norton's Hulk.
the
like
movie
it.
itself.
I like Ed Norton.
I don't like Ed Norton.
I wish
liked
he
Ed
just
Norton,
shut his
too.
mouth and didn't demand all this extra super duper money because he
Yeah,
could have
yeah.
continued.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. I gotta
know?
say though, I
Yeah.
like Ruffalo better as a banner.
I think
like-
Ruffalo's a
He
much
makes-
better banner.
he makes
but I
more
like
sense
I
to
like
me
Ed
as a
Norton's
banner.
Hulk a little bit more.
The Hulk itself, but that wasn't Ed Norton. That was just some, CGI
Yeah, it was
shit.
just some
CGI,
CGI crap,
Anybody
but
could do
whatever.
that,
Yeah.
So, I
But
don't
you know what? I think I like Ruffalo a little bit better though. I think that was
But
like
that's
it's
the
a
character
good
you
play.
have to worry about,
so.
right? Is the live action person.
Yeah.
Well,
Just
not
the same
only
emotion.
that though is I mean, before that, I know Ruffalo did other stuff, but he was never this big $20 million actor.
Right, no.
So,
Yeah.
so when they were like, "Hey, we want you to play this," he was like, "Yeah, all right. I mean, I'll hang around for a couple of years, make a couple dollars," and that's what like I don't like all these people that have been in these. I mean, does Robert Downey Jr. actually have to make another movie ever?
No, he.
No,
yeah, I'm
no,
sure he's
no,
not,
he-
right?
honestly,
well,
no,
quote,
he
unquote,
does
could
not.
Be retired, but he loves
I
doing
mean,
it. so
Chris
why not?
Evans, does he really need to
Yeah,
do anything?
but they love the craft. They love the art. He's doing more directing now stuff. He can start directing more now because he's like, I've been in front of the camera long enough. Excuse me. Now I
Time to
can
go
be
behind it, yeah.
Right.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I mean, I had a thought in my mind, and it just went. It's way too early on a Sunday. Never do things as early. I'm just sitting here with you, half watching people doing stuff.
Yeah.
On a Sunday morning.
I'll be like up there going like, no, that's not a horse stance
That's
at
not
all.
right.
What are you even
That's
doing?
not right.
That's not right. So yeah, I think the multiverse stuff is going to be interesting. I don't know that it'll play very much into Hawkeye because it's supposed to be a little bit past the Spider-Man stuff. So who knows
Right.
if they bring it in? Maybe
I
they bring
highly doubt.
Well, I mean,
you
it
know,
might
you
be a
never
few
know,
years,
'cause
but
it's
how long
Marvel,
is this
but-
multiverse stuff going to take?
Well, right, and that's what I was saying. So if this is supposed to take
solve.
place after the multiverse is solved, right? They need to introduce something else in order for the Young Avengers to come together.
Right.
Yeah.
Where do we get that? You know, I thought
We
maybe
still have a lot of shows.
we do.
We still have a lot. So let's talk about. We still have a lot of shows. We have
A lot of
Moon
it.
Knight, which I'm really
Oh,
looking
I'm
forward to.
so excited for Moon
Oscar
Knight.
Isaac as Moon Knight. I'm really loving. I can't wait. I've heard good things about that. She-Hulk. Right. We have Miss Marvel. We have Ironheart. We have Armor Wars.
I'm looking forward to
Armor
the
Wars.
I'm
What
looking forward
is
to the
Armor
Armor
Wars?
Wars.
Yeah.
What's that supposed to be?
It's basically Rhodey. It's Rhodey. You know, he's
It's Rhodey's
Right.
series.
putting down. It's Rhodey's series. you
Oh,
know.
it's okay.
Really
Okay.
more Iron Man and things like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Which, you know, Ironheart will probably take place in that as well.
That'll
It has-
probably where that
Right.
comes up. Yeah.
So one other thing in there. So I know. I don't know if you noticed this. They go to the mansion for the auction. Did you see the name?
no.
Stain Mansion.
Obadiah Stane.
Obadiah Staines. That's his. So his. I don't know if it's his son. I think it's his son.
He had a
He
son?
plays part in the universe as well. He basically takes over.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's Obadiah Staines. Basically, it's his son. Is like kind of he's. If you
Do you
look
think
back,
he's
a little
actually going to
backstory
show
on-
up eventually, or is
No,
it just going to be like a cheeky
well, his
reference
son-
to,
his
hey, look,
son
he
will.
still has
his
a
son will. Yeah, he's going to play a part in it. He's going to play a part in it at some
Oh,
point.
okay.
Yeah,
All right.
But most likely more like in Iron Wars.
Probably, yeah. So they're introducing
That
him
would
now,
make
so
sense.
you know who he is, and then when Iron Wars
Yes.
comes out, you'll be like, oh, I remember him from, which is
Right.
something that I absolutely love that Marvel does. Whether they put it in for like 2 seconds, 5 minutes, or whatever, they put it out there, so it's like they can always reference
Yes.
back to it in other shows, other
Yes.
episodes.
Connects everything.
Exactly,
Right.
and,
You know?
and it gives you your mind that
Like
line.
an anchor.
Yeah.
It's an anchor back to
Yeah.
this other thing. So it always, even though the Hawkeye series is a standalone series, it connects it to the rest of the universe. It connects
Yeah.
it to all the other events that are happening. You know, the hard part is just like that timeline stuff. Like, when is this happening?
Right.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Even the Spider-Man Far From Home was was kind of like
Yeah, when
exactly
was
are
that
we?
happening?
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Things like that. That's the only part that they're kind of like. I get,
Yeah.
not that I worry about it. It's like, I want to know more about it. I want to know.
Right.
I like
And-
They
the
probably
Iron
have like a
stuff.
massive whiteboard like on the timeline.
Well, I will hope
index
so.
cards and the whiteboards they have going on with this stuff to keep it all straight.
Even the old shows that aren't even part of the MCU, but now technically
they
are.
need to line them up.
Yeah,
some.
that's right.
And,
Oh,
and I
shoot,
hope,
where's
and I hope
Howard the
that they
Duck
pay attention
going?
to that. Right.
Oh.
Wait a
Wouldn't it
second.
be awesome? Old Howard the Duck meets new Howard the Duck.
That'd be hilarious.
Oh, I'd love it.
the hell are you?
But I hope they do that. The reason why is when they introduce the whole multiverse, like when they first tell us all about it,
Yeah.
and I've had this discussion with other people, what the multiverse might do, and I hope they don't do it, it leads to lazy writing.
Yes.
And
oh
I
my
hope
gosh.
they don't.
I am,
it
I am in
can,
constant fear of lazy writing.
Right? Right. So it's like, because
I'm like, please don't be
big.
bad.
Right,
Every
if they
time I
do
start another
something-
movie, every time I start a new show, I'm like, please don't be bad writing. please
Yeah.
just stick with
that's
it.
one of my big.
Yeah.
So and I hope that
Pet
that's not what they
peeves.
do. Like I hope that they don't come out with something like, oh well, that really bombed. Oh, we'll just say it was part of the multiverse and it was part of Earth 352, whatever.
Right,
and,
right.
Yeah.
and that'll be the end of it, right? Like that's
Yeah.
it. I
Because
hope
it'd be
they're
so
cognizant
easy
of
to
it.
do that. It would be so
Of course,
easy
of course,
to
of
just
course.
go, oh yeah, Earth 104 or something, and you
that's
go,
not-
okay.
Yeah, that's a danger. It is
Yeah.
definitely a prevalent
Right,
danger.
and I'm hoping that there is that big whiteboard that they go, hey, wait a minute, we need to somehow.
But I'm
Yeah.
gonna lean
Yeah.
into the fact that Marvel hasn't proven to do that. They're not DC.
Yeah.
DC has absolutely proven themselves to do
DC
that.
does that every other
Every
movie.
other movie that they let Snyder do or Nolan. Shit.
Look, just because I liked the Batmobile
Well,
and I
oh,
kind
it's
of
not
like
Stop calling it a
Batmobile.
Batmobile.
I won't.
We're always
but
going to do
moving
this.
on.
Small Hill. Remember that. Small Hill, you're going to
Hill.
die on.
Stop
And I'll
calling
die on it.
People are like,
I
I'm
will.
subscribing for the podcast. They won't shut up about that fucking
know, right?
Batmobile.
You keep bringing it up, and I will have to keep defending the Batmobile.
Batmobile. So, all right. There's the hill. We've passed the hill. Fantastic. All right, awesome. So there's the first 2 episodes. So this is just a bonus podcast. We always keep these ones short. Just we're going to do this every week. And once we get the Hawkeyes, we'll come back. If hopefully, obviously, Larry, you're welcome to come back every week if you want to do it with us.
I'm into it.
Normally, we do these on Saturdays after our classes, or sometimes on Sundays after if we have ours. So we'll let you know, obviously, what day we're going to do it, so that you can come in because it's nice to have the continuity. We can all talk through the whole series because we also have coming up Book of Boba Fett. That's going to be starting out December.
When's that coming out?
I can't. December.
Like right before Christmas, I think, right? Like right
I believe so.
I'll have to finish the second season of Mandalorian. I'm almost done with it, but come on,
Mila.
I'm sorry. I'm so bad at finishing shows. I still haven't watched the last episode of Loki.
Oh my God.
What?
I don't know why. I just don't follow it through sometimes. I'm like,
I know, I work with you.
I'm like, wow. Oh my gosh, this is such a good show. This is one of my favorite shows ever. I'm gonna drop it right before I finish it.
Hot potato.
I'm gonna finish it and never. No, I'm gonna never watch it. Like 2 seasons out.
You're out. That's awful. So yeah, all right. So
I'll get back on that. I'll also have to finish.
Start. I cannot wait.
December 29th.
Oh, right after Christmas.
Right after Christmas, right before New Year's.
All right. So we'll pick that up because that'll be good because we'll finish up Hawkeye right before Christmas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
and then we can just roll right into
Book of Boba Fett, which I'm.
Oh please.
And my opinions are going to be coming from a place where I don't follow Star Wars that much.
Which is great.
Okay.
I've seen the movies, and I've seen most of the Mandalorian. And I know kind of about other stuff, but other than that,
I know that's a clip of the day.
Yeah,
that's a soundbite. I know kind of about other stuff.
I know. Well, that's pretty much it for me. Like I'm kind of. I know a kind of.
That's her Homelander on a
stuff.
Roof moment right there.
There it is.
Wait till clip that. No.
Awesome. Well, there you have it. All right. So join us again next week as we go through another bonus episode for Hawkeye. It'll be episode 3. Go watch it. Ooh, yeah. It's on Disney Plus streaming. It's I don't know. I like it. I'm really into it.
I'm into it.
I'm so into it.
I'm excited for the next episode. I'm really liking it.
Right. It's not that I don't like him. I just wasn't. There's so many characters to follow.
Right.
You know what I mean. You can only jump on so many bandwagons. How many are you gonna do? Hawkeye just wasn't mine. But this show is making me.
Yeah. Honestly, it's kind of like he's James Bond with a bow and arrow.
Scene. Right. I was gonna throw that out. I love the LARPing scene.
Oh my
gosh! Yeah, we didn't even talk about the LARPing scene.
We can go on. I don't care.
He's like, can I kill you? He's like,
just to get in. What? Just the ladies that would base the gatekeepers, just to let him in. He's got to sign away everything.
He's got to sign away.
The girl's like, I know who you are. But you still have to follow the rules.
You got to follow the rules.
Come on.
That was awesome.
I just got to talk to that guy real quick. And they're like, no, you either join or you have to wait until midnight.
Yeah.
He's like,
the best when he finally agrees to get quote unquote killed. And he's like, come on, just let me kill you. He's like, oh. And he looks and he goes, I fought Thanos.
Yeah.
All right, fine, let's go. And he's like, no, you got to do it out there. He's like,
getting in, that whole part was ridiculous and funny.
Yeah.
Really, but it was, tell the guy to come over here.
Yeah,
I just need to talk to him for a minute.
That was so
anybody
funny.
would have done oh yeah. And not even just because he's Hawkeye.
Yeah.
If you, Larry, went up and said, hey, I just need to talk to that guy real quick, and you bring him over here, they're like, yeah, hey, you come over here. I'm going to start real quick. Then you go back to your fake fighting in a minute.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that. But so that was ridiculous, but the scene was hysterical.
The scene was hysterical.
That was so funny. Oh my God.
But even the lady said, she looks at when he tries to go around and she steps right in front, she goes, listen, we're firefighters and police. If you want to go there, it's like, oh, wait. That's right. You all, because that's how he finds out, because he's on the fire truck and it says,
the LARPing.
NYC LARPers.
Yeah,
right? And he's like,
oh. A cousin of mine does that. A cousin of mine does that. At least he used to. I don't know what time he has 2 kids now, but I don't know how much he does it anymore. But he used to do that for years. He loved it. He's one of my black belts.
Oh.
Yeah, and he just used to, him and his friends used to do the LARPing all the time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It was a Boston LARPers or something like that, I forget. Yeah, they used to do that. So it's pretty cool. All right, awesome. There you go. First 2 episodes of Hawkeye done. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Thank you again, Larry. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, absolutely.
You and I are going to go back and do the Shang-Chi in a minute. We're going to do that. Yes. So really look for that as well on Tuesday. Mila, as always, you won't be here for Shang-Chi, but that's okay.
Not.
That's all right. You got things to do. You got a life. That's all right. I don't. No problem.
Watch a movie once in a while.
Yeah, go watch a movie. Maybe finish up Mandalorian.
Maybe.
Maybe eventually, who knows?
Figure some things out.
We'll have to see. Finish Breaking Bad, too.
A
few other shows.
It hasn't only been out for a minute. Maybe you can finish up Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
I think we could probably rewatch the series by the time she's done watching
no
it
doubt.
the first
You know
time.
what would be funny? That's 100% true.
I probably have, to be honest with you. Since you stopped watching, I probably watched it 3 times through.
Yeah,
since then,
that's fair.
I was on a kick for a while watching that nonstop. So I don't know. We'll talk about that episode, that show another day. Once Mila's finished it.
Yeah,
And how,
I'm on
you finish
season
an
4. There's
episode-
only like a couple more seasons.
Yeah, you're almost done. So I don't know about you, but that show, you have to rub yourself down with a chicken when you're done watching it because you just feel it's real bad. All right, everybody, thank you so much, guys, and we'll talk to everybody soon. Continue to just go, keep it out there and keep ranting, everybody.
See ya.
Bye.